Most people think wealth is about earning a huge salary or landing that dream job with a massive paycheck. We're taught to believe that the more you make, the richer you'll become, and that financial success is reserved for those with extraordinary income. So maybe you think it's about having rare skills, being the best at something unique, or mastering a craft that few can do. But that's just the end of the story, not the beginning. The real secret, the truly wealthy, almost always start early. They don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect amount. They begin as soon as they can, even if it's just with a little. They use time, not just money, to build wealth. Time is their most powerful ally, quietly working in the background, multiplying their efforts year after year. You don't need a fortune to begin, just the willingness to start now. Even a single coin set aside today can grow into something meaningful with patience and consistency. A small investment in your 20s can outgrow a much larger one started in your 40s. That's the magic of compounding. Your money earns money, and then that money earns even more. Wealth is a process, not a windfall. It's about nurturing your resources, letting them grow, and giving them the time they need to flourish. Time is the ingredient that transforms small savings into real wealth. The earlier you start, the more powerful this transformation becomes. The rich don't just earn more, they let their money work for them for longer. They understand that patience and consistency are just as important as income. Throughout history, those who got in early gained the biggest advantage. The pioneers, the early investors, and the patient savers reaped the greatest rewards. Start planting your financial seeds now. Time will do the heavy lifting. The sooner you begin, the more you'll have to harvest in the future. The real engine behind building wealth isn't luck or even raw intelligence. It's the quiet power of compound interest working steadily in your favor. Forget about chasing after the next big thing or risking your savings on wild bets and lottery tickets. True wealth comes from letting your money snowball, growing larger and larger as the years go by, thanks to the magic of compounding. Even a steady, seemingly modest 7% return, when given enough time, can outperform the wildest get-rich-quick schemes. It's not about doubling your money overnight. It's about letting decades do the heavy lifting. Here's proof. If you start investing just $100 a month at age 25, you'll likely end up with more than someone who waits until 45 and tries to catch up by investing 3 times as much. The early starter wins, not because they put in more money, but because they give their investments more time to grow and multiply. You don't need to be a financial genius or have a background in economics. What matters most is being consistent, patient, and sticking to your plan. Set up a simple, diversified investment strategy, automate your contributions, and let your money work for you in the background. Markets will always have their ups and downs, but over the long run, time has a way of smoothing out the bumps and rewarding those who stay the course. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. The winners are those who start early and keep a steady pace, not those who try to rush at the last minute. So let time, not luck or genius, be your greatest ally on the path to financial freedom. Starting early gives you room to make mistakes, experiment, and learn without risking your future. When you begin your financial journey young, you have the freedom to try, fail, and try again, all while the stakes are still manageable. When the stakes are low, every misstep is a valuable lesson, not a costly setback. Just like learning to ride a bike, you can fall, get back up, and improve with each attempt. Early errors are cheap lessons. Late mistakes can be devastating. The earlier you start, the more affordable your learning curve becomes, and the less likely you are to be overwhelmed by setbacks later in life. With decades ahead, you can recover from downturns and learn how you handle risk. Time gives you the chance to see how markets move, how your emotions react, and how your strategies evolve. Early investors see market dips as opportunities, not disasters. They understand that downturns are temporary and can be used to their advantage. They buy more when prices fall, knowing time is on their side. This patience and perspective can lead to greater rewards in the long run. Late starters feel pressure. and often make poor decisions out of fear. Without the cushion of time, every downturn feels urgent and every mistake feels critical. Early investing isn't just about money, it's about building confidence and resilience. Each small win boosts your self-assurance, and every challenge teaches you to adapt and persevere. Over time, volatility becomes opportunity and stress transforms into calm. The earlier you start, the more you can ride the waves and emerge stronger, ready for whatever comes next. Investing early changes your mindset. You become an owner, not just a spender. Suddenly, you're not just buying coffee. You're thinking about owning a piece of the company. This shift leads to smarter financial habits and intentional spending. Early investors build discipline and watch their wealth grow, reinforcing good habits. Late starters struggle to break old patterns and often play catch-up. The real difference isn't income, it's perspective. Early investing turns every pound into a seed for your future. It's the catalyst for lasting wealth and financial freedom. Ready to start? It's simple. Begin with whatever you can. $25 or $50 a month is enough. Automate your investments so you pay yourself first every month. Choose simple, low-cost global index funds for instant diversification. Don't chase quick wins. Focus on steady, long-term growth. Keep it simple and consistent. Let automation do the work. Remember, you're not gambling, you're building wealth for the long haul. The real secret isn't earning more, but starting sooner. Give yourself the gift of time. Start today, not tomorrow. That's the most reliable path to financial security.